Hi, I'm Angelique, and this year I challenged myself to grow my own food with zero skills. In the last video, I was battling time to get my vegetable beds ready, and after what felt like an eternity of carrying dirt from one place to another, a big part of the garden was finally ready to move the first crops in, and things slowly started to feel like they were finally going uphill. I got a huge package of high-quality seeds that I couldn't wait to put into the ground. My plants in the growing station also started looking much better. Things were actually going great, until they weren't. And it all started when I attempted my first defense against the elements. My mission was pretty simple: build a structure to protect my crops from the elements and any other creature that wants to eat them besides me. And whilst I felt like a total professional at its craft, things did not really work out the way I intended them to. So the arcs are done, and I can now try and put that cloth in there. Hopefully everything works out. And this is the moment I realized that when you build arcs, you have to account for that height when you order the fabric. To make things worse, the next day, my water stopped working. This earth is so dry. It should have not dried out to this point. Like, look at that. This is really bad for my seeds. Oh shit, can you...
Oh.
Yep.
Is that the mole?
That's the mole.
Bro, he's fucking with you.
That's Fred. Oh yeah, and there's Fred. In my last video, we found out we have a mole. And turns out, he feels pretty at home here, so he keeps making an appearance again and again. So now he has a name. So here we have Fred's latest artwork, right in the middle of my lettuces. The question is, did he kill any plants? I think this one suffered a little bit. Oh no, there's another one here. My carrots that are back there are just completely dried out. My spinach that is in there, completely dried out. I am getting a water tank, a 1,000-liter water tank, to be independent of the water source, because I cannot have this happen in the middle of the heat of summer when it's 40 degrees. One of the many problems we're going to be encountering this summer, I'm sure. I think it's a good practice to try not to control things right now and just focus on the fact that I can't change it. They're dry, I can't water them, and they won't die until tomorrow. To be honest, nature kept me too busy for a breakdown. I had crops to plant. And apart from prepping a few of the crops, like these potatoes that have to pre-germinate before going into the ground, I also had to account for a slight inconvenience. And this was purely caused by me, but I might have gone a bit crazy seed shopping. And I had way too many seeds for the space that I had planned, which means I had to once again focus on making more beds. And honestly, it would have worked out fine if it wasn't because of the next issue, with nothing less than the next load of compost. I'm starting to question everything I've done here. This compost did not smell right. It was sour, it was spicy, it was tangy. It was nothing like earthy forest floor. This one is definitely not ripe enough. 100% the new one is not. The old one, I'm starting to question now if it was ripe enough, because it still had a bit of like bigger bits in it, and I think it shouldn't have that. Okay, to recap on the compost subject, I ordered compost made of 100% plants, which makes it pretty low in nutrients and totally suitable to plant vegetables in it. In contrast to compost made of organic trash, which is way too nutrient dense and is rather used as a fertilizer. So when I ordered my compost, I made sure to get the right type of compost. Or so I thought. I still don't know what happened there. This lesson taught me pretty early to double check everything, no matter what so-called professionals tell you on the phone. I'm just gonna take a little bit of it home, and I'm gonna do the sprout test where you just try and raise some sprouts in that compost to see if they come out. If they don't come out, I have a whole different issue here. On the flip side, the water is working again, which means I'm running to the garden and putting every seed into the ground that I have available. I know, it seems counterintuitive considering I just found out that my compost might be the wrong one. However, this is one of the risks I have to take. If I don't plant my seeds right now, everything's gonna be delayed. In the midst of this compost and drought chaos, it feels really nice to be doing something for the garden that actually brings me forward. Plus, I find planting seeds incredibly satisfying. You can see my little spinach is coming. The first plants that actually come out in the garden. Unprotected. Well, kind of. I'm going to receive my compost, my real compost, not the organic type that I shouldn't be using for this. actual compost. I'm still in awe that these plants are alive because they're not supposed to be growing that well in that. I mean, they're not growing well. I don't know if they're growing well. I don't even know how they should be growing, but they're alive. They're alive. It was expensive. I paid like 250 euros and then I still had to pay them shipping. But that means that now my yield is more secure than before and I'm actually excited again because I got really demotivated in between. On another positive note, my potatoes are starting to sprout. And my indoors growing station is doing amazing. Even got to repot my tomato plants because they were finally big enough for their own spot. The small positives over the last couple of days have really given me a push to finally finish the garden bed. I cannot wait to be done with this step. You do not understand. In the video, it seems pretty short, but this is stretching over several days. Sometimes it's raining. Someone is having fun out there. Sometimes the sun is out. And we have to keep coming back whenever we have time to continue. Whether it's with my partner, alone, with friends, or with my little helper. There are a couple of things that are slowing down this process significantly, which includes us forgetting to put the protective plastic layer around the beds before filling them, which means we somehow have to squeeze that in now. Or just Coda being, well, Coda. No! Hey! Hey! Coda! Shh! This little thief. Excuse me, sir. I found your hiding space. What'd you say to that? Hey. I can redo this now. Thank you, Mr. Coda. Stop stealing my stuff. As well as our other little friend that kept on making an appearance. Fred. Please leave my peas alone. So yes, this might be taking a little bit longer than for most people, but I'm finally seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. We have finally finished the last bit, which means we're entering a complete new era of the garden. And I can move in more and more of the endless seeds I bought. And tomorrow morning, I'm planting one of the crops that I'm most excited about. Coda! So today, we're planting some strawberries. There's 3 different types of strawberries. I have 26 plants. And this is how my rows of garlic are planted, and I'm just gonna try and put them here in between the garlics. As I've mentioned before, planting things into the soil is really relaxing to me. But turns out when you have a little dog to take care of, things turn around pretty quickly. Don't eat my strawberries! Hey! Oh my god. It's a strawberry. Coda, you're in my bed! No. No. Ah! I said no. Ha! Coda! Ah! You little shit! Go off! Like 1, 2. Do not touch my garlics. This one here. My garlic rotted. Don't. No. Ah! I'm stressed. It's starting to rain. And at the same time, I haven't finished planting these. I'm trying to keep a distance between them, but I don't think it's working. Like, look at this. Oh my god. It's hail.
Hail.
It's not even rain, it's hail. Look at those clouds. You know what that means?
What?
My plants may break. Because hail, like, squishes them. This is a terrible day to plant strawberries. Can you see the hail?
No. Oh, yeah, right there. Just landed one.
Look, look, look. Look. Look at that. It looks like glass, but it's hail. This is actual glass. I shit. But there's also hail. Why is there so much glass in my compost? Is it raining glass? Maybe I'm just seeing all the glass now because I was looking for hail. This is, by the way, not a good sign of compost quality. This is the first compost batch I got. Remember the one? Yeah. I just really hope Fred doesn't come back.
You haven't planted anything there. You're just watering soil.
You know what we can put here?
What?
A little thing for birds to take baths.
A bird bath. Why are you watering soil?
Okay, the storm is coming. I finished my strawberries. They're here. And I feel so bad leaving them out here. Look at that. Actually, I'm not sure if these plants are supposed to be hardened like the plants that I raised at home. Because I feel like these have been raised indoors as well. Oh my god, I'm full of soil. So I don't know if these are gonna survive, but we believe in plant power. In the next episode, the garden is taking a whole new form. We have some very exciting upgrades coming, which are going to make my life so much easier. I will also be taking the fight against Fred very seriously. And I'll be facing a whole new set of challenges that come when a garden is actively growing.